Odonatus presents Missions Upside Down. It's all about loops and inversions. Upside Down, 50 credits. Inversions such as looping are awesome. Experience them yourself. Ride 15 inversions. That's not the only version. If you have a younger park, you can ride 10 inversions. They give you different numbers and different times. And this one's worth 60 credits. But it was to a much smaller, incomplete park. So they're making a real challenge for somebody who's not learned how to do coasters very well yet. So I looked through what was available. They're putting coasters now onto our game that are already made that are coming from the different people. This one's on the corkscrew. There's one loop on it. Now the reason I chose this one is it's the cheapest one. It's only $24K to make this. But you have to ride it 15 times or 10 times, whatever the number is. I didn't see anybody that had more than one loop when I looked through the coasters, but you'd want to do this one anyway because it's the cheapest one in the bunch. I didn't know all that when I made mine though, and I made mine with all the loops on one coaster. I knew I had to have at least 15. So I chose the old single rail, the one there in the blue, the Legacy. And I made a coaster with about 25 loops on it because I really didn't know how high the numbers would go up. I knew I had to have at least 15. So you can choose it. I'm going to put the number you can see down there. But be aware that it's going to cost you almost 200K. That's, no big deal if you've got a lot of money, but maybe you don't. You might want to consider riding that other one time for 15 times. Anyway, so you go to the old single rail. And as I said, that's the first one of the two. You can see it's kind of more open, where this other single rail has the hood on the front. You're going to choose the ID. I already have it loaded, so I just have to choose the other one. But you're going to choose ID and use my number. So then you're going to put it on your park. It kind of goes at an angle. I wasn't paying attention when I made it, but I did want to make sure I could get as many loops as possible. And so I brought it down. You can bring it right into the ground if you want to. It will sometimes tell you there's too many items somewhere along the track, so you may have to figure it out depending on what you're going through on your own park. And I don't have that much on this park, so it dropped immediately, but when I do it on the shark park, I have trouble finding a spot where it's happy. Alright, start your coaster, get in, get ready for the ride. As I said, this one is going to go right through the ground, so it's going to be a little weird, wonky looking as we flip, flip, flip. So at the end of the coaster, it turns around, and there we go, there's a turn. And now I'm coming back, and while you now see the Missions Award has been granted. So that's how one way to do them anyway. Welcome to use mine. I don't mind at all. Thanks for watching.